JagranJosh.com brings for the aspirants current affairs video of the week 11th April to 17th April 2015 that will be of immense help in their preparation. Current affairs headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi concluded his three-nation visit to France, Germany and Canada. Time magazine released list of 100 most influential people in the world. Delhi government launched the third phase of mass deworming program. India and Canada signed nuclear agreement on supply of uranium. Venkadarat Sarita joined as first woman bus driver of the DTC. BHEL and Russian firm INTMA inked MOU to set up power plant in Kazakhstan. 45-day-long annual fishing ban on eastern coast of India started. Laureus World Sports Awards for the year 2015 conferred. Haryana government notified forests in Aravalli range are not a forest. WEF released a report titled Urban Development Recommendations for India. Union government notified National Judicial Appointments Commission Act 2014. New Zealand won Sultan Azlan Shah Cup men's hockey tournament. India's first IFSC became operational at GIFT City, Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Smartphone-based digital diffraction diagnosis system developed to diagnose cancer. Stanford researchers created a smartphone battery that charges in only 1 minute. Current affairs in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi concluded his three-nation visit to France, Germany and Canada. His 9-day visit took place from 9th April to 17th April 2015. The visit will help boost Make in India and Clean India Mission initiative. Some major agreements include purchase of 36 Rafale fighter jets with France, agreement for supply of uranium with Canada for nuclear power plants in India, Airbus plan to come to India and be a part of Make in India initiative. Time magazine released list of 100 most influential people in the world. The list was topped by American rapper and singer Kanye Omari West. The oldest person on the list is Tunisian President Beji Caid Essebsi. Pakistani education activist Malala Yousafzai is the youngest person on the list. 3 Indians in list are Narendra Modi, Chanda Kochhar and Vikram Patel. Delhi government launched the third phase of mass deworming program. Third phase will cover 3.7 million school children from 3,032 schools and 11,500 Anganwadis. Under it, a chewable albendazole tablet will be administered to students from class 3rd to 12th. It was launched as part of a state-level campaign of National Deworming Day. Evidence Action's Deworm the World initiative will provide technical assistance. India and Canada signed nuclear agreement on supply of uranium. It was signed between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Cameco Corporation to supply 7.1 million pounds of uranium concentrate to India till 2020. The agreement is worth 350 million Canadian dollars. Cameco Corporation of Canada is the world's largest uranium producer. Venkadarat Sarita joined as first woman bus driver of the DTC. She is a 30-year-old driver from Nalgonda in Telangana. She has been posted in daytime duty at the Sarojini Nagar depot. Sarita started her career as an auto rickshaw driver. She has worked as a bus driver earlier in Hyderabad too. BHEL and Russian firm INTMA inked MOU to set up power plant in Kazakhstan. The MOU is signed to set up a gas-based power project in Kazakhstan. The two parties will endeavour to assist each other in the implementation of the deal. It sets forth a path to combine BHEL's competence in design and manufacturing. It will help BHEL to further its presence in Commonwealth of Independent States countries. 45-day-long annual fishing ban on eastern coast of India started. The ban also spreads in Andaman and Nicobar Islands from 15th April to 31st May 2015. The ban will help to safeguard fish in their breeding season and increase the fish catch. During the period, fishermen are barred from venturing out into the sea for fishing. On the west coast, the ban is imposed from 15th June to 31st July every year. Laureus World Sports Awards for the year 2015 conferred. Ace tennis star Novak Djokovic was named as the Laureus World Sportsman. Sprinter Genzibi Dibaba was named as Laureus World Sportswoman. Germany men's football team was named as the Laureus World Team. Wheelchair racer Tatiana McFadden named as Laureus World Sportsperson. Haryana government notified forests in Aravalli Range are not a forest. Forests of Aravalli Range including Mangarbani Grove will be recorded as not forest. Mangarbani Grove is often considered as the last remaining virgin forest in Delhi NCR. Mangarbani Grove is held as sacred by local villagers. This order will ease real estate and other industries to cut the forests to use the lands. WEF released a report titled Urban Development Recommendations for India. The report is a part of Future of Urban Development and Services initiative. It recommends 3 actions that will help India foster inclusive growth in urban India. The 3 recommendations are to integrate spatial planning at all government levels, create a stable policy framework for private investment in urban infrastructure, create institutions to stimulate capacity building and attract talent to grow businesses. Union Government notified National Judicial Appointments Commission Act 2014. The Act is also called the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act. It was notified in exercise of powers conferred by subsection 2 of section 1 of the Act. With this, the existing collegium system of appointing judges to higher judiciary comes to an end. It gives NJAC a constitutional status for appointment of judges to higher judiciary. New Zealand won Sultan Azlan Shah Cup men's hockey tournament. New Zealand defeated world champions Australia by 3-1 margin in the final. With this, it won the title for the second time, first being in 2012. Mark Knowles of Australia was adjudged man of the match. India defeated South Korea 4-1 to finish at 3rd position in the tournament. The best player of the tournament was conferred on Andy Hayward of New Zealand. India's first IFSC became operational at GIFT City Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley unveiled the rules and regulations for IFSC. It will give boost to the economy of Gujarat as well as of the country. It aims at creating a vibrant IFSC on the lines of those in Dubai and Singapore. It allows companies incorporated outside India to raise money in foreign currencies by issuance. Smartphone-based digital diffraction diagnosis system developed to diagnose cancer. The D3 system was developed by researchers at the MGH of the US. It performs rapid and accurate molecular diagnosis of cancerous tumors. It can accurately categorize samples as high risk or low risk or benign depending on severity. With this, a single cancer diagnosis test can be conducted at a cost of $1.80. Stanford researchers created a smartphone battery that charges in only 1 minute. Chemistry professor Hongji Rai is the lead researcher of the project. It is first high-performance aluminum battery. The battery is fast-charging, long-lasting and inexpensive. It includes aluminum anode, a graphite cathode and an ionic liquid electrolyte. For more on current affairs, log on to jagranjosh.com.